What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Life in General podcast. My name is Nick.
I'm Ian.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you give us the old thumbs up and all that fun.
Please
YouTube-y
do it,
kind
because
of
it took
stuff.
us like 10,000 years to get to this point.
I swear we've had nothing but like technical difficulties recording these damn things. I need to find a better way.
Yeah.
We'll
figure it out.
I know. It just...
It's a whole new year. We got tons of time.
It's just... I'm not a fan of sitting at the desk and recording at the desk and like we used to with the audio only version of it, because
Right.
it's not... I don't like I've seen... And there are lots of those like style podcasts on YouTube where just like... I don't know. I just don't like the way they look
Yeah.
on YouTube. They just don't look good. Where people are just like, it's almost like the viewer is like a person on the wall watching two people talk somewhere random. I want to shoot this like it's their part of the conversation, right? When you're just like sitting across the desk from somebody, you know, having a conversation and you're like a fly on the wall watching it. I don't know. I just don't like the way it looks. And that's why
I'm not big on audience participation myself.
So
I mean, just as an audience member, I don't want to participate. So
that's why I liked having I wanted to shoot it this way, and I don't know.
it's been complicated.
It has been complicated, and I was more of a, and that's why I like the program we used when we recorded it remotely, but it didn't have I don't know.
It feels too separated for me to
Yeah.
record that way.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like the interaction feels artificial to me.
Why is that? Why do you...
I don't know. I don't know, because I just feel like maybe because we're talking on a screen rather than seeing each other in person. I don't know. Doesn't feel authentic to me, but it's YouTube. What's authentic about that?
I know. And there's lots of podcasts that we record remotely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I will say that, speaking of like technical stuff, I wasn't really planning on talking about this, but so of course we do the Vinyl Den, hence the Vinyl Den sweatshirt that I'm wearing, and so naturally you have like a lot of times when you talk naturally you have this like click, your mouth makes like noises
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried to find a really good way. There's no like real good way to take those out of videos.
Right.
And there's is it Isotrope, I think is the name of the company that makes a plugin. So I use Final Cut Pro for editing. And there's a lot of companies that make like third-party plugins for Final Cut Pro. But I'm somebody that doesn't like to spend a lot of money on that kind of stuff. I mean, Final Cut Pro is not cheap to begin with anyway, but it took me a long time to finally go to, because I used iMovie, which is free.
Right.
But
it's like the base model.
Yeah. And I used iMovie for a long time before I needed something more advanced for the Vinyl Den. That's why I stepped up and started using Final Cut Pro. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to use more of these plugins. And Isotrope has some really nice plugins, but they're not cheap. And I thought they have a declicking plugin that everyone raves about and says it works magic, like getting rid of all these clicks out of your videos. And it's not super expensive. It was like $120 for, there's like 3 or 4 different plugins. Maybe it was like 4 or 5 different plugins in this one suite, basically. And really the only one I'll ever use, I think, is probably the D-Click plugin. But I quickly realized something. So I bought this thing, and I didn't realize that they had a free like 7-day trial you could have used of it, which I didn't realize. I just bought the damn thing and used it. So you just drag it over and drop it onto the file in your timeline in Final Cut Pro. And it's awesome, man. I'm not shitting you. Like, you can click on and you can isolate and play just the clicks that you take out. It's like the most disgusting thing to listen to nothing but all of the clicks and mouth noises in your video.
Well, mouth noises are generally words.
Well, no.
I don't know. I've never noticed clicks in anyone. I mean, maybe videos I watch, they take it out, but I've never even noticed it in ours.
Yeah. I'll once we're done recording, I can show you one. It's kind of disturbing. You don't notice them first off. You don't notice a lot of them.
And if we're not noticing it ourselves, how much of the audience is really noticing that?
But I'm telling you, man, once you take them all out and then you play it, the audio is so much cleaner.
Yeah.
It's so much cleaner sounding. So
I don't know.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. So I took it all out. And then I noticed, like, when you make an edit in the video,
mm-hmm.
there's something wrong with the plugin. When you make an edit, so when you
puts them all back in.
No. When you put this plugin into the timeline and you cut and edit and try to splice out bits of the video, it automatically like mutes the last like 10 seconds or 5 seconds of audio for the clip that leaves it in there, like every single time.
So what would the answer be? Could you edit it first and then do the clip removal?
So I'm looking online and people are like, and this has been going on for like years, people have had issues with it. And people are like, it works. It's great. It's a great program. It's a great plugin. I had to stop using it. There's no workaround for it. The people like, and finally, that's what I did. Finally, I was like, well, I'll just edit my entire video.
And then put the click thing in.
And then so that's what I did. I just save it all. I finalized the video and then save it as a draft. And then I dropped the video back into like a finalized version event in Final Cut Pro. And then I add the declicking program on top of it, and then it works great. And I don't have any problems with it.
To me, that's what makes the most sense.
Yeah.
So.
But man, it's just
I guess I'll have to hear it, but honestly, it's one of those things, like, if you don't notice it, why does it matter,
Because I will say that as somebody that edits it, like, I notice it. And it drives me fucking crazy when I'm editing. There are times where I will hear it when I'm editing, and I will spend a half an hour trying to cut out, like, just the smallest little bit of 1 second of a video.
Yeah, a quarter of a second.
Because of I hear it.
Right.
No, it doesn't even matter and you're right. It's the same thing with breathing.
Right.
Like when you watch a video, how often do you hear the person breathing in between sentences in the video? Right. Probably very rarely.
And even if you do notice it, you're used to people just talking.
Yeah. It bothers me.
Yeah.
So that's why on some of my videos, I try to, and I don't, like, the audio on my videos isn't turned up very high in the first place because I don't want the breathing to be like over the top, really super noticeable. But there are some times where I'll record the video and I'll be like, it's actually a little quiet. So I'll turn the audio up a little more, and I will go through. I'm not shitting you, Ian. I will go through and I will make a cut for every breath in the entire fucking video, and I will turn the audio down for every breath.
Huh.
Yes.
Interesting.
So
sounds a little nitpicky to me, but
you're right, and it is. But after and it's probably something I obviously I would have never done 5 years ago when I started. But after you edit 1,000 videos, it's one of those things where.
Well, the videos I edit are all the sound is already done.
Yeah,
just editing clips basically.
But after you edit 1,000 of videos of yourself talking, you notice the smallest, random, dumbest damn things, and it just annoys the shit out of you. So, yeah,
interesting.
And you're right. It's probably no one out there notices it. I will say this. No one out there notices it until one person makes a fucking comment about it.
Well,
and
now you've made a comment, everyone's gonna be like, "Huh? I wonder if he did it in this video." Or whatever. Yeah. The 3 people who might watch.
No. But I will say that, like, I don't think I notice the breathing in my videos until someone made a comment about it, and then I fucking noticed it.
Right.
Every fucking video. And I will say I will say a majority of my videos I don't edit it like that.
Right.
A majority of my videos I'll just leave it, because you're right, most people won't even notice it, and a lot of times I don't even notice it that much when I'm editing it. But there are some videos where I'll record it louder, and the louder the audio is, the more you notice it.
Well, of course, because it's picking it up.
Yeah.
So.
And especially with the microphone I use, it's a more sensitive microphone, so it picks up a lot of shit in the first place. So,
right.
You know, I don't know. I'm sure no one fucking gives a random.
Everyone's already turned it off.
Yeah, I'm
Nick.
sure everyone's already.
They're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Now everyone's done. You can talk about whatever you want now, Ian, because no one's watching this. So,
okay.
No, it's just it's some of the more technical side of things that I don't know. I don't even remember where the hell that was even going. I think we were just talking.
Well, we were talking about
the
recording,
technical side of the recording aspect of the podcast and all that stuff. But it's just some of the really weird, random, like small technical stuff that I've learned about not only audio recording but video recording over the last. God, we've been doing this for 9 years now. We've been doing this.
Well, we've been doing a podcast for 9 years.
Yeah. God, Jesus, man. It's like,
but video-wise, not. 5 years.
Yeah, 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, it's been we've been doing the YouTube channel since March or May of 2020. So we're coming up on 6 years of the YouTube channel, but almost 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel. As far as like podcast episodes, I think we're somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 to 350 podcast
That's taking
episodes.
Big breaks in between.
Oh yeah, it's taking big breaks and like multiple different podcasts that we've done over the years, but
yeah, it's been a little bipolar on the podcast. Vinyl Dun's been a bit more consistent. Well, a lot more consistent.
A lot more consistent.
Not with me, but consistent with videos.
Yeah. There's been a couple people that have said it's like the Vinyl Den is like one of the more like consistent YouTube channels around. Because I mean, it's like it's 4:00 on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m., noon on Sundays, almost every Sunday.
Yeah.
For the last
5-6 years.
Almost 6 years.
Yeah.
So
good for
and
you,
it's
Nick.
consistent. And it is consistent. Like
where's your YouTube award? Whatever they call those things.
Me and my a little over 13,000 subscribers. We don't get anything like that.
I know. I know.
I will say November and December have been great fucking months though for the channel. Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
2 of the best months that the channel's had. So,
just in terms of views, or
revenue.
Oh,
and revenue has been nice the last 2 months. So
that's good.
Yeah, it's been very good. So,
especially this time of year.
Yeah. Well, YouTube revenue is generally up for the month of December anyway because
they charge more for ads.
They charge more for ads around Christmas time, so holidays. So, yeah, revenue typically goes up in December anyway. But so
cool.
That's not what we came to talk about, though. We came to talk about what we came to talk about, Ian. It was Netflix.
Netflix buying Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
And I think you and I are on different sides of this.
Yes and no. Well, yes and so. Here's my issue with it, and because it's either Paramount. It's Paramount and Netflix. I think are the two big.
They're the ones who are
bidding on it.
They're the ones bidding on it. Yeah.
And I think between the two, I'd rather Paramount buy it.
No.
And here's
I totally
why.
disagree, but go ahead and give me a reason.
Well, my main reason is Netflix's goal is to end theaters. And they've basically said in the past before that they want streaming to be the dominant thing. They want streaming to be the only thing.
Right.
That they want movie theaters to be a thing of the past. And that's my main reason why. Like
they've also said that all their Warner Brothers movies will be released in theaters.
Yeah. And that's a thing that's only going to be their long-term goal is to end movie theaters, though.
Right. Well, my biggest problem with Paramount is the fact that regardless of where we land on it, Netflix won the bid, and then Paramount got a bunch of different investors to...
Actually, let me backtrack a little bit. I would rather neither of them fucking buy it.
Because
Because neither of them, it's not good for anybody other than Warner Brothers, the people that own Warner Brothers.
Right. The shareholders.
Yeah, the shareholders. That's it. It's not good for moviegoers, anything.
My other issue, I have many issues with Paramount. So, Paramount has shown too much that they're willing to cave to political pressure, which they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I don't care which side of the aisle you're on. No political party should be influencing a media company. Period.
No.
And I know it's the reality we live in, but CBS is Paramount. CBS did an entire 60-minute interview over immigration. This doesn't even directly tie to Trump directly, and yet they got pressured and pulled it, whereas a whole other country got to air it.
Yeah.
And it's an American product.
Yeah.
It's, say what you will about Netflix, they didn't do that. Paramount also has shown that, and they're all like this, I know this, but they have a terrible disregard for their properties. And I know that a property has to make money, but other companies have shown that they can make good products with their IPs and still make money. Whereas Paramount, at least with several of their properties, has said, let's just do whatever. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because they just want it to make money. They don't care about the actual property itself, the integrity of the property itself. And again,
I don't necessarily think Netflix does either.
Well, and it's possible. Like I said, they're all probably guilty of that to some degree anyway. But you add on to that also the people who helped to invest into this hostile takeover bid. I don't want Saudi Arabia involved in our media.
No.
And I would say the same thing about any country or financial group that takes its money from any kind of religion. I don't want it in our media.
Yeah.
Because no matter what happens, it's going to filter down. I just don't want it. Netflix, to me, yes, I understand that they are not a theater focused studio.
If you are in favor of the end of movie theaters, then root for Netflix because that's where it's going to go.
I'm looking at it from the lesser of two evils because I don't think the market may be able to be pushed that way, but I feel like there will be enough pushback from people. People still like.
What are you talking about? There's been no pushback. Look what the fuck has happened to movie theaters in the last 5 years. I mean, movie theaters have been gutted.
True, but there's still,
and people don't give a shit.
The problem is that because it's all just people are only going for the big tentpole movies.
Yeah,
that's the problem. And the tentpole movies aren't even that good. I mean, Fantastic Four was a fucking flop basically this past summer. Had nothing to do with Netflix. People wanted to see it. They're tired of what's being given to them. Even when it's good, they're like, "Oh, the last 5 of these sucked," or in their minds. I'm not saying
Fantastic Four did pretty good.
What's that?
Fantastic Four did pretty good.
It was beat by Superman, which underperformed.
Yeah,
I mean, Superman was a success for Warner Brothers standards, for DC standards, but it underperformed by big blockbuster standards, and Fantastic Four performed less than that.
I'd have to look and see what the numbers were what it did in theaters.
But it's not people aren't staying away from the theaters because it's on Netflix. If you put it in theaters, people will go see it. It's just that they're tired of being fed shit all the time, or what they consider to be shit. Yeah. I'm not saying I have not gone to the theater to see a Marvel movie since Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yeah.
Because Quantumania was not that great.
And that's kind of going towards my point though too, because I mean, I still go to movies. I still see movies in the theater all the fucking time.
When there are movies I want to see and the quality's good.
But that's the other issue is not only will Netflix wants to be the only
game in town.
Yeah. Right? They have already said that they want to shorten theatrical runs also.
Right. Which I think they're already at the minimum they should be. 40 days or 43 days or something.
Too fucking short as it is.
Right. Well, I mean, when we were kids, movies were in theaters they were probably in theaters for 30 to 50 days, but then they'd still take 6 months to get on home video, because they'd end up in the dollar theaters and stuff like that. I don't mind there being some kind of a happy medium. And I agree. I want more movies in theaters, but I want quality movies in theaters. The one downfall I will say that I see with Netflix is Netflix is already the most expensive streaming service. If they spend $85 billion on Warner Brothers, they're going to have to raise that price. And they're going to price themselves out of the market, which again adds to the fact that they're going to have to put movies in theaters to get that revenue back.
It did $525 million.
What was the budget on it?
Gross budget was $230 million.
Yeah, that's gross budget. That's before advertising, right?
No, that's including.
Okay. That's still $500 million.
Yeah, because the net budget on it was $181 million.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was a failure. It wasn't a blockbuster. Avatar's already done that in a week, and I don't even like the Avatar movies.
Yeah, that's
They're
also
good.
Avatar. Like Avatar's a whole different.
Right. Marvel used to be that though.
Yeah, but like even Thunderbolts, which I think Thunderbolts is probably
One of the
best,
better ones.
one of the best
agree.
movies that they've done ever. I would say
Well, no,
they only
never.
did $400 million.
Right. Now, do you think that those movies are in theaters? The streaming doesn't hurt. It shouldn't be hurting them. If people want to see them, they're going to go see them.
Well, I think superhero movies are a bad example to use.
But that's what it's. That's everything.
I think they're a bad example to use because I think people are just in general are kind of tired of superhero movies.
I think they're tired of bad superhero movies. I don't think anyone ever gets fatigued about anything. If you have a good product and it's legitimately good, people are going to go see it. Even if it's the 25th movie in 6 years they've made, they're going to go see it if it's good. The problem is that Marvel had shit the bed for almost an entire phase of their franchise.
Okay.
And that's
Thunderbolts was an incredible fucking movie.
There's
And
standouts.
it did $400 million.
There's standouts. My point is, by time
Fantastic Four was a great fucking movie.
Go back to Spider-Man's was a success. But what came out right after Spider-Man?
I'd have to look again.
Quantumania, I think.
Was that the one that came out right after it?
I think so. Quantumania was I hate to say it was fucking terrible, but it was kind of fucking terrible.
No, it was No Way Home and then Doctor Strange
that wasn't very good either. That
Madness.
was a terrible sequel. Comparing it to the first one,
and that did $1 billion.
Okay, so what's the next one after that? After Doctor Strange.
After Doctor Strange was Thor: Love and Thunder, which was
fucking horrible. How much did that do?
That was $760
Okay, so
million.
now you're what's the one after that?
Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
Which
can't
is really
comment.
fucking good.
I haven't
and that
commented.
did $860 million.
Okay, so but a good movie and it was better. Okay, what's the next one after that?
Quantumania.
Yeah, and how much did that do?
It's $480 million.
Yeah, my point is when they're bad, they do bad, and when they're good,
And
they do good.
And I don't think that was bad. It was. It should have been a TV series and not a movie. And I think it would have worked better as a TV series.
Yeah, but everyone argues that all the
movie.
TV series are too stretched out and they should be movies.
Why?
I don't know. That's just what people say. As far as the TV series go, I think I haven't even seen the second season of Loki. Loki was fine. First season
Loki,
of Loki.
yes, Loki.
I
Was
really
great.
liked Hawkeye.
Hawkeye was great.
She-Hulk shit the bed.
Yeah.
I never even finished Ironheart. It
Ironheart
wasn't
was good.
going anywhere. It felt like it wasn't going anywhere.
Ironheart was good.
It started good, but it just felt like it wasn't. Same with Secret Invasion. I didn't even finish that. It's just you've got to have good quality. It's quality. People will go to the theaters to see it if it's good, and if it's a franchise, people are going to go based on what they experienced with the last one.
You know, I will say that Deadpool and Wolverine was not great,
I liked it.
and that did $1.3 billion.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was okay. I thought it was. I'm not a big Deadpool fan. The first one was really good. The second one was eh. Third one I thought was the best of the three.
I thought Captain America: Brave New World was good. Was it
I felt it
Steve
kinda,
Rogers Captain America? No,
It was good, but I think it failed on the back end with its ending, and it didn't have a good villain. Just it felt kind of to me. It was
and that
decent,
did
though.
$415 million, and that was I wouldn't say that wasn't it wasn't a flop. It still made money, but
Don't get me wrong. Maybe there is a little bit of fatigue, but I feel like if they were to put out one movie a year and they were good quality movies and people enjoyed them, you wouldn't see those diminishing returns.
2026 is going to be a really good year for Marvel, though.
But it's
even with me saying that there was fatigue,
yeah,
because you've got the new Spider-Man movie coming out in July, and then you've got Avengers Doomsday
right
in December.
Yeah.
So
Spider-Man, like I said, was the standout because the last Spider-Man No Way Home was very well received, and I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Doomsday, honestly, that's just, hey, we got the whole gang back together again. Come see what you wanted to see before. That's how it appears. I'm not saying that's what it's going to be, but that's how it appears, and that's where the hype is.
It appears
that's
to
how
people
they're hyping
that
it,
aren't familiar with the comics.
which is a big chunk of the audience for the
Okay,
new Marvel
but
movies.
that's like,
But they're really they're going off of the nostalgia of the first Avengers. And that's fine if they do it right. But right now it appears to be just, what they accuse they accuse Star Wars of being fan, what do they call it? Basically where you're just, hey, look at me. Look, we got Yoda over here. Look, I forgot what they call it.
okay.
But if it suits the story, it's fine. I don't care. If you want to have Robert Downey Jr. in every Marvel fucking movie from here until he dies, great. I'm fine with that as long as it's a good story.
Yeah.
And it works. But the fact is that they did not plan to do that. As much as they might say they did not plan to do that.
They did.
The Marvel films have been suffering. They've lost money overall, and I guarantee you that was them going, we need to recalibrate.
They haven't lost money.
They haven't made enough money.
You could say that, but they have definitely not lost money.
Well, in business, making money and not making more money is the same as losing money. Okay,
but still, kind of going back to the whole Netflix Paramount thing, I just think like neither one of them will be good options,
right?
For Warner.
I just think
Brothers.
that if people are worried about Netflix, and don't get me wrong, I don't like the option either, but between the two, I would take Netflix because at some point, Netflix is going to price the streaming service out of the market.
They already have.
Exactly. That's my point. Stranger
Things.
Things is almost done. That'll be done next week.
Yeah.
When at time of recording, that'll be done. They have nothing else.
Yeah.
They really do. They don't have anything else.
They were talking about Stranger Things on the news, the local news this morning. And one of the TV hosts or one of the news hosts were talking about how, they were like, oh, it's so great. These streaming services, they do such a great job with these TV shows. And I don't know how they do it with these big budgets. And like, what do you it's because they charge you. That's why we pay $300 a month for all these goddamn streaming services.
Think about this. So back in the day, an episode or a season of Star Trek was about 24 episodes. Yeah. And granted, they probably only spent about $1 million, $1.5 million per episode. But that was 1980s, early 90s budgets. But 24 episodes. So now they're doing 8 to 10 episodes a season for series, not just Stranger Things. So you've got a lot smaller amount of production. Granted, everything's more expensive. I get that.
Yeah.
But overall, they're not spending that much more than they would spend on a fucking movie anyway.
Yeah.
Overall. Or the equivalent of time in a movie. The problem is that I don't understand why Netflix would want to get rid of. By buying Warner Brothers, they're actually they should be able to increase their revenue. Because Stranger Things works. People stay and watch it.
Yeah.
And sure, right now people might be signing up, but I guarantee you, after it's done, the ones who signed up just to watch Stranger Things are going to go. And if you price yourself out of the market with nothing else to cover that Stranger Things need, the others people are going to jump ship. They're going to lose money. You use your theater movies, your Warner Brothers movies, to build revenue. If you do good quality movies, you take that same budget, that $120 million budget, put it into a good movie, get that movie out there. It makes $700, $800 million.
Yeah.
That's just right back into the coffers. It doesn't make sense as a business model going forward if they're going to buy Warner Brothers. They're going to drop $85 billion on this. They're going to need to make that revenue up on top of just adding.
But I'm telling you, their goal is not to have those movies in theaters.
Money will always win out. And I'm telling you, if they see that they're going to keep them afloat while if the theater movies help to finance this TV shows to keep those streaming those subscribers
Mark my
going.
word, this is what I guarantee you. This is what happens if Netflix wins the bidding war.
Uh-huh.
When they release the movies, they will be in movie theaters and they will be on streaming services the same day.
Yeah, that could be dangerous because then no one's going to go see that.
I guarantee you that's what happens.
Although they did the same thing with Halloween Kills. It premiered on Peacock the same day it was released in theaters, and it's still on a $20 million budget. It still made $180 million,
and that's what will end up killing movie theaters. I'm telling you.
But I'm saying even with that, people still went to the movie theaters, and that was during COVID.
Yeah. But I'm telling you,
and it still made $140 million.
It will end their end goal is for you not.
How do they make any fucking money? Especially if they mark, because it gets to that point, they're going to be able to charge even more for these tentpole movies that they're going to have on their streaming service, and they're going to be so expensive, no one's going to be able to afford to have it. How are they going to? How is that going to pay for anything?
Because if that's the only place to see them.
And people can't afford it.
I
can't eat, but I'm going to watch this movie.
Yes. Yes. That's what they're banking on.
Yeah.
That's what they're banking on.
Well, and to be honest, how do you know Paramount doesn't have that same? Because if they put a movie in a theater,
it's very possible.
They're sharing that revenue initially. Now, granted, if you're a big company like Disney, you're not sharing anything for the first 2 weeks the movie's out.
Yeah.
But Paramount might only be a week. It used to be 7 days across the board. So as a business model, you're saying, well, if we put it in theaters, we have to spend X amount more on advertising, and we have to split our revenue. It's like 25% of our revenue is going to go to the theater the first week, and after that, it goes up to 50%, and we're splitting that revenue. If based on what you're saying, that they just assume everyone's going to be okay with streaming and movie theaters going away, Paramount isn't going to turn their nose up at that either.
Oh, it's very possible. It's very possible.
So, I mean, it's probably a lose-lose for the consumer regardless.
That's what I said earlier. That's what I said 10 minutes ago.
Given the two, I still side with Netflix. I hate to say it, but I do.
I don't think it's good for any big streaming service to eat up any other big streaming service.
Well, and it's not even that. I mean, Warner Brothers is one of the OGs.
Oh no.
I mean, it's been around 100+ years.
Yeah.
That's really the scary thing, that these old studios aren't just, they're gone. They're going away. Paramount might be the only one that's left other than maybe Universal going back 100+ years.
Yeah.
And Universal's got most of their money is in streaming too.
Yeah.
With Peacock. Just look at how fast their movies, a Universal movie, ends up on streaming. Yeah. I have a feeling that Netflix isn't going to be the only one trying to destroy movie theaters. The only thing that's going to keep it going is people going to the fucking movie theaters despite all that.
But here's the big thing is Universal has a big enough stake in the future of movie theaters to make sure that
no more than Paramount or Warner Brothers.
But that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. Like Warner Brothers absolutely has, their best interest is to make sure that their movie theaters keep going. Netflix doesn't.
No.
Netflix doesn't.
No. But I'm just saying, I think Netflix would be foolish to spend all that money, risk losing subscribers by raising their prices, which they will, and they will, 100%.
Dude, they've gone from $4.99 a month to $30 a month.
No, it's mine. I got the biggest package, the 4K package. It's $22.
Okay, still.
I mean, it's not far off, but you're
$4.99 a month to fucking.
Well, and I think when I signed up, it was $10 a month, but still, it's more than doubled since I've had it. And to be honest with you, don't know if I'm going to keep it after Stranger Things is done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really the main reason I've kept it this long. There's stuff on there I want to watch, and some of their exclusive stuff I do like, but like the last thing that was exclusive was the new Knives Out movie because I liked the first two, and the third one was really good. I could have gone and seen it in the theater. It was in the theater for like 2 weeks, but that was intentional. They put it in the theater. Netflix put it in the theater, and they didn't have to.
Yeah,
they did it basically to appease Rian Johnson because he wants his movies in theaters. And that's the other thing. A lot of directors want their movies in theaters. So they're going to want to do contracts. Oh, I'm not going to work on that movie. You're not going to get me to work on that movie unless it's in theaters. You know, that's the other thing. It's going to be the people who are going to keep the studios. You're right. They don't care. If they get their money, they don't care if they get their money from you watching it in a crystal ball.
Yeah, that'll give a shit.
But if you get enough people who are willing to go, and that's the thing, people aren't willing to go. You got to get them going. But you also have to have good quality product to offer them.
Yeah.
And it's going to take the filmmakers too. And it is. What do you think would happen if Disney told James Cameron, I think we want to put Avatar 4 on streaming only.
Yeah.
He'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's not going to do it. So, Disney's going to still have to follow the, and there's another thing, that 45-day rule I think is included in some of the union contracts.
Yeah.
I don't know which one, if it's the director's contract, it's something.
One of them,
or all of them for all I know. But that was negotiated to make sure that everyone's getting paid who worked on the movie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if it's part of the union contract, Netflix can't survive if they don't employ union working.
Yeah.
So again, strengthen unions.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm not saying like the deal goes through and the theaters disappear tomorrow.
No, I know.
It's their long-term goal.
Okay. So say Warner Brothers isn't for sale. Do you think theaters are going to go away any faster or slower if Warner Brothers doesn't go for sale? I think the writing's been on the wall that theaters are going to suffer considerably. They're going to become completely like a niche thing. You're not going to see multiplexes anymore. You're going to see small little theaters, and that'll be about it.
I think.
And in 30 years, someone will get the idea that, hey, I'll do a big multiplex, and then everyone will be like, hey, look at that. Let's go see big movie like that. And then it'll become like the vinyl thing, and it'll be a resurgence. As
long as there's not a consolidation in the movie industry, movie theaters will survive because there will be enough competition within the industry between movie houses to ensure that that'll happen. That's why going back to the very beginning of this conversation, I don't think either one of them should be allowed to buy.
I guess my question is, because I haven't looked into it.
Because monopolizing the movie industry
is a bad idea. Monopolizing
thing.
anything is a bad idea. There's a reason why there used to be fucking laws against it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to that.
Why
is Warner Brothers selling in the first place?
Money.
Yeah, but usually when you sell, it's because you're not making enough of it.
Yeah.
Or something's happening where the company is failing. Was Warner Brothers failing?
No.
Then I don't understand the sale at all. It makes no sense.
Because Netflix came in and said, we're going to give you a boatload of fucking money.
I thought Warner Brothers put it up for sale out on the market for the.
Did they?
That's how I understood it.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but that's how I understood it. So I want to know why Warner Brothers put themselves up for sale in the first place.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Because to me, that should be the real question. Because if it's because they were hemorrhaging money, then
which I can't see how they would be.
Well, it could cyclical. It could be because people aren't going to the fucking movie theaters anymore, and Warner Brothers pretty much just had that, other than HBO. And HBO, the people running HBO, even though it's owned by Warner Brothers, has been fucking themselves over ever since they started into the streaming service in the first place.
I'd like to see. I don't know if there's good data out there on movie ticket sales numbers. All I can judge this off of is the movie theaters I drive by and go to. movie theaters are busier now than they have been.
I feel like they're busier now than they were pre-COVID.
I don't know about pre-COVID. I think they're busier now than they have been at any point since the beginning of 2020. Like, there are several movie theaters I've driven past within the last couple of months that I'm like, I drive by and I'm like, holy shit, there's not an open parking spot
Right.
in the parking lot
Yeah.
on like a Friday night.
But that's not from because Netflix is losing the war in terms of the war on theaters.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, though, is I feel like we're getting to a point where movie theaters are starting to make a comeback and starting to gain strength. And that's why I think it's an even worse time. It is probably the worst time for a sale like this to go through and potentially be such a huge step backwards for movie theaters.
Yeah. I don't know. I just looked it up. It says primarily due to challenging media landscape, high debt from prior mergers, and a strategic move by Netflix to consolidate.
Okay.
Key reasons, it says burden and debt, industry consolidation. The media industry sees mega mergers as necessary to compete with giants like Amazon and Disney. So Amazon is like worse than Netflix by that standard. And then Netflix,
yes and no, because what the fuck does Amazon have? Like,
well, they have James Bond for one thing.
yeah, but
And then it says Netflix strategic plan. They want to own more content, reducing licensing costs, and gain iconic franchises, boosting its streaming service and theatrical presence. That's according to this.
yeah, I'm not buying that.
Well,
What is that?
They don't really have a theatrical.
No. What are you reading?
I Googled it. Why is Warner Brothers being sold?
Yeah. What is that? Is it like the AI?
Yeah.
Ian.
Nick.
Don't read the fucking AI thing. Don't.
It's going by. It reads the articles that are put out there. It's not. There's no agenda yet.
Don't.
AI's not that smart yet.
Don't
Nick.
read the AI. The AI
It hasn't
summary.
said anything that seems wrong to me.
Don't read the AI. The AI summary is not an accurate snapshot, but
It draws from all the sources. So,
yep.
like I said,
sources,
AI doesn't have an agenda yet, Nick. Give it time, it will, but it doesn't yet. It can't even think past your Google search yet.
But what I'm saying though is like it takes even you're right. It's like an aggregate of information, but it's an aggregate of information that might not be exactly correct. But yeah, it was whenever I search something, I just gloss over the AI summary on there.
I just typed in what is Netflix strategy for theatrical, and it pretty much coincides with what you're saying. But what it also says, it says prioritizing its streaming service while using limited theatrical runs for specific goals, such as generating cultural buzz, attracting top talent, and qualifying for awards. That's another thing. The Academy can also make it so that Netflix doesn't win anything unless it's in theaters for the full length of the agreed upon 40-some days.
That's if it stays at 45 days. They already
True.
want to make it shorter than that. By the way,
Well, don't get me wrong. All the streaming services want it to be less. They wanted it to be less when they did the negotiations.
yeah.
They wanted it at 30 days.
Yeah.
And I think there was even push to try and get it even shorter than that.
Look, I understand. Like, I get it. Ian, I get
I'm
it.
just-
Like,
I'm just saying.
Here's the thing, and here's and this is what I'll say on it. Is yes, like Netflix has said that they have committed to theaters in this whole acquisition process.
They don't have to stick to it.
You believe?
No, not
You believe
necessarily.
them?
If
You
it was me, if I owned a big company like Netflix and I wanted to do this, and I know that my bread and butter is streaming, I would say, you know what, fine, let's do theaters, and I'd start my own fucking chain of Netflix theaters.
Yeah.
Fuck it, diversify. That's what I don't understand about fucking business nowadays. Nobody thinks past tomorrow.
Well,
They need to think 10 years from now.
This is why they would never do that, though, is because look at the amount of money you'd have to invest into that.
So what? It'll make its money back. Yeah, make billions now, or make millions now, and don't worry about whether or not you could make billions down the road. Every business is so fucking short-sighted.
Here's the difference, though, Ian. in 1982, you're 100% right. Before businesses, worried more about shareholders than anything else. Now shareholders are the number one concern.
Right.
Now you can't invest money like that into a company because your earnings for the next 2 quarters are going to tank. And then you're going to be out of a job.
Yeah,
so
but that's why these companies that existed for a century.
Blame fucking Reagan. It's all fucking Reagan's fault.
I know. I blame him for a lot of things, trust me.
It's all Reagan's fault. It's all fucking Republicans' fault. That's why you can't, businesses will not invest like that. They can't invest like that because of that.
And it's so short-sighted. It's like the fucking oil companies.
Yep.
They've seen the writing on the wall, but they still spend billions of dollars on lobbying.
Yep.
Rather than saying, you know what, let's take half of this and invest it in clean energy. Instead of being, Shell Oil, we'll be Shell Electric, Shell Solar, whatever.
Yeah.
And you do it now, you corner the fucking market, you've got everything. Because you still keep your oil.
You think those companies aren't doing that in other countries? They are. They're just not doing that here because there's no fucking need to here.
Yeah, well. Fuck this country. I'm
so
fucking
sick
and fucking tired of this goddamn country.
They don't need to invest that money here.
I'm just so fucking sick and tired of this country. So fucking.
Because they are doing that in other countries, but just not here. Because there's no need to.
Well, they can't even fix health care. They don't care. Nobody fucking cares in this country. No wonder that everyone in this country wants to blow it up and shoot it up.
It was funny. I just saw something this morning. I laughed. There was a report. I don't remember exactly where this is from, but it was ranking the top 20. It wasn't happiest countries. It was like the top 20 most loved countries in the world or something like that. But it was like not from within your country. It was like other countries, the way other countries perceive other countries. And it was like over like 8 or 10 different categories, right? And it had the top 20 countries. You know where the U.S. fell on that?
100 and something?
Outside the fucking 20, the top 20. They weren't even on the fucking list.
Right, yeah, I mean, that's why I said 100 something.
And there's so many people in the comments that are so fucking, where's the U.S.? Where's the U.S.? I'm like, are you serious?
Americans, none of us are fucking happy.
Outside of the U.S., no, Ian, it's from how other countries perceive your country.
Right. None of us are happy, and they fucking other countries see that.
Yeah, but it was insane. Like there were so many people in the comment section that were like, "Oh, well, if it wasn't for the Americans, everyone in Europe would be speaking German right now." Like,
yeah,
no, that's not
80 fucking
true.
years ago. That might have been slightly true.
The U.S. came in at like the last quarter of World War II.
Well, it wasn't quite.
Like
we got in 3 years out of the 8.
Germany would have lost without the U.S. more than likely. Like you can't say.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't have. I'm not saying
you can't say. Oh, the U.K. would be speaking German right now if it wasn't for the U.S.
If the U.S. hadn't got in, the U.K. would have fallen.
Not necessarily.
They were. To their credit, they were fighting till every last man, woman, and child. But they would have fallen.
They had held out that
They
long.
couldn't have taken that beating for another couple years. There's no way, and they didn't have the resources, even with us giving them.
Here's the thing. I mean, I think had we not entered the war, I think Russia would have defeated.
Yeah, but they would have defeated Germany, maybe. But they would have taken its place rather than just...
And that's very possible. Yeah. That's very possible.
So, us getting into the war was a good thing. I'm not saying it was all us. I'm not saying we came in with red capes.
That's where...
I know.
And that's where the American...
mentality
American mentality comes from. But it was funny reading all those comments in the comment section. And everyone else from like outside the U.S. are like, are you fucking crazy?
And here's the thing.
Have you ever cracked open a history book?
Even if that was true... Say that was 100% true. That was 80 fucking years ago.
I know.
America's not the same place it was 80 fucking years ago. The world is not the same place it was 80 fucking years ago.
No.
And that has nothing to do with how the United States is now. And the United States is a fucking hellhole now. It really is, at least emotionally. It is dead. We are dead inside.
Yeah.
100%. And I feel like it's not too much longer before the outer part is as dead as the inner part. Because of stupid shit like that.
Well, when you elect
Republicans.
PDF files,
Yeah. Well, Republicans too, in general.
it's
Statistically speaking. I'm not stating an opinion. That's a
Yeah.
fact. Statistically speaking, the country is better off when Democrats are in office.
Well,
That's just statistics.
yeah. It just it's just really funny because like to go through like Singapore was on that list. I'm like yeah, Singapore was 20th on that list, and the U.S. was not. So
Third world countries. I saw a post, and it said, "Universal health care is so overly complicated, or so complicated. There's a reason why only 32 of 33 industrial countries have been able to figure it out.
yeah,
That's us. We used to be a country that tried to do new stuff.
yeah,
Now it's like, oh no, we might actually have to do something to make that happen.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I
And it might cost this billionaire an extra $100 million that he won't even fucking notice is gone. But the people are fucking dying in the goddamn streets.
What's the one thing you always see? What's the one comment you always see whenever like universal healthcare is brought up? You always see the comment something
About waiting or the cost.
waiting. That's the one thing you always see. There's one thing I always see.
Yeah.
Someone will always say, "Well, good luck getting into a specialist. They'll see you in 6 months." And I'm
That's like that now.
that's what I'm like.
100%
I'm
like that
what the-
now.
I work in healthcare. That's exactly how it is now. Like,
My dad had to see a specialist last year. They made the appointment in fucking October
Yeah.
for February.
yeah,
What's the fucking difference?
And
the difference is that
and that's
he wouldn't
not
have had to
bad.
pay for that in fucking right, and he wouldn't have had to pay for that in fucking Canada,
yeah.
or risk going bankrupt, or them saying we're not going to pay for it in Canada.
No system is perfect.
No,
No system is going to be perfect.
but the system we have is the farthest thing from perfect.
If you believe in American exceptionalism, how can you not look at what the rest of the world, the rest
is
of the
doing very successfully.
OECD countries, the rest of the industrialized world
Right.
does? Look at that and say, well, if we're so exceptional, why
We can
can't-
do that better.
Why can't we do that better?
Right.
Why can't we have a similar system where we take care of everybody and do a better system?
Right.
It just boggles my mind.
No.
It's not. It will never happen here.
Yeah.
It will never happen.
Well, it will.
here.
It just
it will never happen.
It won't
here.
happen until the whole system collapses. We descend into anarchy, and then whoever survives after that might do it. Something similar.
I don't think it would even happen then.
But it happens everywhere else. If the United States crumbles to nothing, whatever takes its place could be worse.
The only way it happens here is if the United States crumbles and we are overtaken by Canada.
Yeah.
That's the only way it happens.
Fingers crossed. Do you remember that movie Canadian Bacon
Yeah.
with John Candy? And they did that ad about the invading Canadian forces, and they just maple syrup running down a map. I want that. Bring me the maple syrup.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Michigan could be like annexed to Canada.
I'd be willing to go. I want to be a Canadian citizen right now. I'm done with this fucking country.
You know,
I really
if
am. I'm fucking
Canada
done
was
with it.
warmer, I'd move I'd move to Canada.
Canada's, it's no colder than Michigan.
It is.
Not if you stay like in the southern parts.
There's not much of a southern part that's like, like 98% of Canada is like further north than us, Ian.
Yes, I know that. but if you're just
We
going
are
like,
in
I'm
the
saying,
southern part.
just go to fucking Windsor. It's right across the fucking river. Just go over to Windsor. You're pretty much even on the parallel. Just go to fucking Windsor.
My problem is I want to be somewhere that's like 75 or 80 year round, and they don't have that in Canada.
No, you'd have to go to a different, like, probably a third world country.
No. No.
Well, I mean, when I say that, I meant like staying in the United States too, because there are elements of our country that's third world in terms of how it's treated and where it's at on the
no, I can,
economic
I can
growth.
I can move to Southern California. That's how Southern California is.
For now,
San Diego's like 80 year round.
I'm saying, I'm
75.
talking about, yeah, but you're still here. You're still in the fucking America. You're still in the fucking United States.
Yeah, no, but you're in California though. You look,
When the Civil War comes, Canada's going to be on its own, or California's going to be on its own.
I know, but you're really close. If you can just run over to Mexico if you need to.
I wouldn't want to go to fucking Mexico. Because they may have a better system, but they're fucking run by fucking cartels.
You just join the cartels.
Fuck that. I don't want to sell drugs. I'm not. I don't like drugs. I think it's bad. And I think killing people just to make a fucking dollar or, whatever is wrong. And I just don't. I was trying not to support
Ian,
that.
I was being funny, damn it. I wasn't being serious.
Well, next time give me some warning when you're going to tell a joke, because maybe then I can laugh.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, I honestly, if it weren't for my parents, I would already be trying to get to Canada. I really would. I would have already started the process of trying to move to Canada.
I told Mandy, if something happens to her, I'm going west. I'll go California.
Right now, I would have no problem going to California, but I just feel like, I think the whole country
is expensive, but
right. I feel like the whole country's on borrowed time, and it doesn't matter where you live. It's not going to matter. It's gonna implode on itself.
I feel like if the country were to implode, I feel like California is going to be a good place to be, though.
For a little while.
It's like it's one of the biggest economies in the world.
Yeah, and what happens when all the other 47 states are like, "Hey, California's the only place that has fucking jobs."
Yeah, but they have no water, so
there you go. So you end up losing anyway.
Yeah,
because that's what happens. The government, whoever is in charge, if it's the other side of what Canada is, or I keep saying Canada, California is, they're just going to go, "Oh, California, you got the biggest economy? Well, we got all the fucking water."
Yeah, but they can just get water from like Northern California. Well, I mean, Northern California has water.
Not a lot. Not enough for the whole state. What they really need to do is find a way to make desalination cheaper and more efficient. If they could do that, they'd be unstoppable, because then they have the whole fucking Pacific.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's any perfect place. I think my brother wants to move to Florida.
Which makes sense for him, politically speaking.
Florida would be nice if it wasn't for the crazy
Floridians.
People. Yeah.
And it's not nice. It's got nice beaches. Everything in the center is a fucking swamp. Everything in the middle is a fucking swamp. It's either swampland or swamp people. It doesn't fucking matter.
There's a lot of swamp people.
There's a lot of swamp people, and it's all in the center. Because all the beaches are owned by resorts. That's why they're nice.
Nah, not necessarily.
I'm telling you. There is no fucking redeeming quality about Florida. There's too many bugs.
When's the last time you've been there, Ian?
Never, and I never will. It's got nothing but lizards and bugs and Floridians and Republicans and retirees.
You sound like the crazy people online that talk shit about the city of Detroit.
Yeah, but I've been to Detroit.
I know that. That's what I always say to those people too. Like they always, how dangerous it is and how run. And they're like, I'm like, have you ever been there? Like,
in the late 70s and early 80s, yeah, Detroit was dangerous.
I remember the first time I went to Detroit was like 1995. It was a rough fucking area. Yeah. It was a rough city back then. So
at least there's some historical connection to that. It's not
there
anymore.
There is some really nice places in Florida. I've been to them. I've been through them.
Yeah, no.
The Orlando area is really nice. I love the Daytona. I love South Florida.
You know what? Here
Miami.
We have snow season. There they have fucking hurricane season.
Yeah,
which, by the way, the insurance company spreads that cost to the whole rest of the fucking country. We have to pay for these people to repair their fucking houses every goddamn year.
Here's the nice thing about hurricanes, though, is they're coming.
Yeah, but it's still going to destroy your house, which is going to drain on the insurance companies.
Not necessarily. Their houses are built out of concrete down there, so
every time there's a fucking hurricane, insurance rates go up.
Not
every fucking time.
Not every time.
Every time. Every time. If you don't want your house to get hit by a hurricane, don't build it near the fucking ocean where the hurricanes exist.
That's where the good weather is.
I don't give a shit. I'll shovel the fucking snow till I die of a heart attack doing
snow. It. If I never had to shovel snow again, I'll be fine.
Nah. Plus, I like the idea of there being different seasons. I just wish we got more of them. Spring and fall last about 5 days. The rest is unbearable fucking heat or unbearable fucking cold. We don't even get snow that much anymore. We get a tenth of the snow we used to get when we were kids. Yeah. But it's unbearable heat or unbearable fucking cold. I want to go somewhere where it's if you can find me somewhere that's literally 65 all year round, I don't care where it's at, I'll go there. 65-year-old.
Costa Rica is supposed to be pretty nice.
I don't speak Spanish.
That wasn't one of your qualifiers, Ian.
All right, well, it's got to be English speaking too.
Oh, then you're fucked.
I'm too old to learn a new language, and I'm too respectful to force other people to speak my language just to make my life easier.
Back to the original point.
Fuck Paramount and Netflix. Yeah. Fuck them both.
Consolidation. Monopolies are bad.
And
I think that's I just don't. No one wins. No one wins in this deal.
Shareholders apparently win. They win every fucking time.
The people that enjoy movies and enjoy entertainment don't win. Also, you know what helps all this? Buy your fucking movies. Stop streaming shit.
Yeah.
Buy movies. Buy
physical media. 100%.
Buy physical media.
Yep. It's honestly, it's the only way you're going to be able to watch most of the shit you want to watch once it's all consolidated. Because then they're not going to put that classic black and white movie on there. They're not going to put that 1980s comedy on there. They're going to get rid of all that, and it's just going to be fucking Wicked and Marvel movies and Tom Cruise movies, and that's it. That's all you're going to get. Yeah. And animated movies from Disney.
Honestly, I can't even tell you the last time I streamed a movie.
I mean, to be fair, I have. I streamed Frankenstein yesterday. The new Guillermo del Toro version. It was really good, by the way.
It's been a very, very long time since I've streamed a movie.
Yeah. As a rule, I usually only stream exclusive stuff that I can't go to a theater to see or I can't buy on physical media.
Yeah.
That's essentially what I tend to mainly stream.
I think, if I want to see something, I either own it, and if I don't own it, I'll buy a copy of it if I want to watch it.
Certain things like Welcome to Derry was exclusive streaming to HBO Max.
Well, that's not really a movie.
No, it was a series. It's a series. But they're already got pre-orders for this first season on 4K. Yeah. I'm gonna buy it because I liked it enough to buy it.
Yeah, that's where I have a hard time buying a series on physical.
But it serves the same purpose as buying the movies.
Yeah,
it really does because you got to keep that physical media, train going. Yeah. Otherwise, once that's gone, if that goes and the movie theaters go, we're only going to watch fucking propaganda films for the rest of our lives. I know a lot of what we do. It's I really want to watch it, but it's kind of why I haven't watched Top Gun Maverick yet. Because I know it's a fucking advert for the fucking military.
Not really.
When people who loved it said that, I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch it.
I don't see how it is, but okay.
I don't know. And it might not be. I could be just,
Did you like the first one?
Yeah, it was a different time.
You'll like the second one then. It's a very nostalgia-driven movie.
Fan service. That's the word I was looking for. I kept going to member berries from South Park, but
fan service.
Yeah, fan service. Yeah. It's not fan service if it serves the fucking story.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off. Everyone's like, you can't have Luke Skywalker in Star Wars because that'd be fan service.
Who cares?
He's the fucking star of the first 3 goddamn movies. You're telling me his story just ends? No. Do it right.
Who fucking cares?
I do.
No one cares.
I do.
I don't fucking care. I don't care if they're in it or they're not in it.
Oh, right.
That's what I'm saying.
As long as the story's good.
Care. That's exactly.
Yeah. The story's good.
I don't care if you brought somebody back from 7 fucking movies ago. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
As long as the movie is good.
I agree.
And they need to stop watering shit down anyway.
I totally agree there too.
And that's something that is hurting movies, and it is hurting TV shows.
Yeah, but
and shit is being watered down intentionally because of this right here.
Right.
Because they know people are at home staring at this while they're watching TV.
Yeah.
So they make shit watered down so you can still understand what's going on.
But the problem is that the kids who are growing up with that watered down shit aren't going to know any fucking better.
I know.
and it's just going to get worse.
I know.
It'll either get worse or it'll stay the same, but it's not going to get any
I know.
better. That's the sad thing. They said the same thing about our shit though in the 80s and that's not like the old movies. Those are quality. That's dumb. And to be fair, I think generationally we could say that, but to your point, the phone, modern technology has a completely different dynamic to what we were dealing with when we were kids.
But when I'm seeing people during interviews saying that they're being told by studios to water down dialogue,
right? Oh yeah, dialogue
because
sucks.
it's too complex, because people are staring at their phones at home and they need to be able to understand still what's going on the TV.
By hearing every other fucking word.
Yes.
I will say
that's a problem, and that is something that is real. And it needs to be addressed.
I totally agree.
But that goes back to the writers and the people that are actually putting this stuff together, and the directors, and they need to be able to stand up to the studios. But it's really hard to stand up to a studio when Netflix owns fucking everything.
Right. Yeah, you want to be a director? Okay. Steven Spielberg, you can't be a director unless you go through us.
Yeah. And that's when having 3 studios own everything is a fucking problem.
No, I agree.
That's why there needs to be a diversity. There needs to be a wide range of studios out there.
Yeah. I will say this. Like I said, I did stream Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, and it was dialogue thick. And
Good.
I loved it.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly that. Well, the visuals too. I mean, he's a fantastic director, but and he wrote the script or co-wrote the script. I loved it. I was like, man, this movie could have been made 50 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
If it weren't for the CGI there, because there is some CGI in it. If it weren't for that, I could say that. Close my eyes, this movie was made 50 years ago. I loved it.
Yeah.
That's probably why I liked it so much.
That's cool.
Honestly.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I was thinking about I was thinking about this a couple days ago. I was watching the new 4K about the 4K steelbook of Dogma by Kevin Smith, and I was thinking about it while I was watching that movie. Kevin Smith, if he were a young early 20s kid nowadays, he couldn't make Clerks.
No,
Clerks would never get made.
Well, he could, but it would be
it would never get made.
He could try to make it, and it might even be successful, but it would be completely and utterly soulless compared to what
no one would see it.
Would anyone even understand it? I guess would be the question, because you'd have to try and.
I don't think it would ever get made.
Who's a clue? What kids are clerks? Most of your clerks are middle-aged men.
Even like take Clerks out of it.
Yeah.
A movie like that doesn't get made today by someone like that.
No.
Like somebody out of nowhere comes in and makes a movie like that.
Yeah.
With that kind of story, the way that story is built in a movie shot like that.
Well, to be fair, that came out. That was the 90s were like the peak time for independent film.
Yeah.
And we've never had anything like it since. Yeah. And I don't think we had that much before it, to be completely honest.
No.
I mean, the closest thing you might get would be like Easy Rider.
Yeah.
But that was going against the grain of the big studios.
But that doesn't get made today.
No, it doesn't. When was the last time you even heard of an independent film being made like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not specifically like story wise, but just guerrilla filmmaking. Low budget. Well, I mean, the horror movies are still kind of doing that.
Yeah, they are, and I think there was there was a few of them like early 2020s. Maybe it was like right before or right after the pandemic. I feel like there was a couple of them that jumped up and got a lot of big Oscar buzz.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look, though.
Well, there's some movies, I mean, they're not low-budget studio, or they're studio movies, but I would classify them as more closer to that independent thing that I would like to see, like The Holdovers with Paul Giamatti. I keep
Yeah.
seeing clips of it. I really want to see that. A Man Called Otto was kind of a low budget, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
So I mean, I guess they're still within the studio system. Whereas Kevin Smith made that movie by himself, literally.
With his,
and people do that, but nobody's selling it to Miramax.
Yeah, he emptied out his savings, ran up all his credit cards.
Yeah. Nobody's doing that and actually selling to a big studio. Miramax wasn't, I guess, a big studio, but it was a big enough studio. Yeah, I mean but by that standard, who's the next Tarantino then?
Yeah, I
mean there really isn't one. You could say that Nolan is on par with Spielberg. Maybe not. Spielberg was smarter. He was more diverse. But in terms of like quality directors, the Christopher Nolans, the Denis Villeneuve, those kind of directors, there used to be a bunch of them. Now there's not.
Yeah. Spielberg's got a new movie coming out.
Yeah, it's called Disclosure.
Yeah, it looks good.
I barely saw the trailer for it. Like I saw it, it was. I had the volume down because I was at work. So.
Is that the one that's got with the aliens?
I think so. It doesn't really say what the disclosure is. It's got Emily Blunt as a news reporter, and she starts clicking or something. I'm assuming it's aliens.
It's an alien movie.
Yeah, but it's like scary aliens, not like ET aliens.
No. So yeah, it's
watch. It turns out to be a sequel to fucking ET.
So yeah, that looks good. I can't. I'll definitely check. I'll see that in theaters when it comes out.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm really looking forward to Scream 7. That's in February. Supergirl comes out in June. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm not excited, but I probably will still go see it just to support it as that Clayface movie. I think I get what James Gunn's doing with the DC universe. I just feel like if you keep throwing you go ahead and make that movie. No, you go ahead. It's going to stretch it out too much because that's kind of what Kathleen Kennedy did with Star Wars, and it fucking blew up in her face. So I just don't. I mean, it might work out.
It worked for MCU, so.
Yeah, but there was a central plan for even those outer movies.
I think James Gunn has a central plan.
He has a central plan, but I don't think it includes the Clayface type thing. It definitely doesn't include Batman 2, which is coming out in 2027. I'm super excited about that. But we also get Man of Tomorrow, Superman 2, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's tons of good stuff coming out, or at least potentially good things.
Real quick, I want to talk about this this Steelbook.
Yeah.
The Dogma Steelbook. This is the great thing about like physical media is there's so much great content on here.
Right.
Like
the bonus features and stuff like that. Yeah.
There's a documentary about the making of the movie. The documentary is as long as the fucking movie is almost.
Well, that's a Kevin Smith thing.
Yeah.
Because he did the same thing with Clerks 2. It was called Back to the Well.
Yeah.
And that was an hour and a half long. The movie is an hour and a half long. Someone made a documentary of Clerks 2, and it was not Clerks 2, but Clerks as well. It's called something Snowball or Snowball. I don't remember. Snowball something. And that's as long as the fucking movie. I don't know if they ever did anything for Chasing Amy or Mallrats.
No.
But I think they did something for Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
They might have.
So,
yeah, it's I don't think this is available online, but this is I think the Steelbook version is at least the artwork is a whole lot better on this version.
Whenever I can get a Steelbook, I always try to prefer the Steelbook because I think the packaging is pretty cool.
This is the first one I bought. The packaging for this is pretty cool.
I've got about a dozen movies in Steelbook.
Because it might be hard to see on the camera, but
if you take the slipcase off,
you take the slipcase off of it, it's actually different artwork underneath the Jesus.
Yeah,
because you pull this up and it's got all the other characters.
Yeah, I like that
around the. It's got the
movie,
the golden movie on the back of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think how many I've got.
And this is the cool thing I want to talk about real quick is this is a touch that I was surprised he put in here is. There's revelations of the easily offended.
Oh, I like that. I have to check that out.
Which is nothing but all of the
bad reviews and complaints.
This is a bunch of the death threats.
Oh, okay.
That Kevin Smith got
from upstanding Christian soldiers.
when he released this movie.
Ah, cool. I like that.
Yeah. So it was a great touch.
Yeah.
And then, of course, on the back, you've got the...
like the Last Supper
Last
scenario.
Supper.
Yeah, with Bethany in the middle.
Yep. Well, no, you got Buddy Christ in the middle.
Oh, Buddy Christ, of course. Yeah, you got to have Buddy Christ in the middle.
That's on
She'd be more like
Blu-ray
the Mary
and
Magdalene
on,
character,
on
I suppose.
4K. But yeah, that was really cool. And I bought this because...
Well, you're a huge Kevin Smith fan, first of all.
Well,
First and
I
foremost.
bought this over the Blu-ray version because it was like $10 more.
Oh, yeah.
I think, but.
Yeah. I mean, I've pretty much switched to 4K for anything new that I buy. I'm not going to go back and necessarily replace anything that's Blu-ray, though. This channel and our Vinyl Den channel is we're very strongly in support of physical media purchases.
Yes. So I will say, so we'll kind of wrap all this up. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you give us the old thumbs up and all that fun YouTube.
I know we
kind of
shit
stuff.
on streaming, but we're actually on a streaming.
Yeah. Yeah. As we're crapping on it. But
Yeah.
no. By
We're shitting where we eat.
Support physical
Media. Absolutely. 100%.
Absolutely.
It's the only way that you're going to have any control over what it is you consume
Absolutely.
in the future.
Absolutely. But anything else you want to add, Ian?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Well, until next time.
Talk to y'all later.
Peace.